everybody. Things have changed from campaigns past. We now have the internet. We have these things called bloggers. How does that impact the elections? We have David Wallace, who is with us right now. One Nation Under Blog is the book that you wrote. And Dan Patrick, you also have, in addition to being a state senator, you also have a talk show, radio talk show.
Yes.
All right. People have a hard time separating what's fact from what's my opinion.
That's true. Well, I think the way that the internet has affected politics, I honestly believe that the bloggers are going to be electing our next president. You've got a number of folks that are in the 18 to 25, 18 to 30-year-old range, and these are individuals that's how they communicate. They never show up in any polls. Many of them have never voted before, so they're not a likely voter in a poll. But these are the individuals that are being communicated with in a nanosecond as to what's going on. Some of it is truthful.
The good thing is it energizes them. However, are they getting the correct information?
Not always. Not always. Some of that information is truthful, and it's up to the voter. It's up to the individuals that are supposed to go out there and try to verify those facts. There's so many different ways that they could do that. But there's a lot of blogs out there. There's a lot of chat rooms.
But verified facts? We don't have time. But the other thing out there, too, is I remember getting a bunch of emails, and it was McCain and Barack Obama stuff that I looked at and went, that's outlandish, and you check it out, and it's not true.
Right.
But when someone gets the email, looks official, the information sounds like it's true, people start spreading the word, and there's a lot of danger in spreading the wrong word. I want to talk about something that's kind of interesting, historically speaking, and that is Brandon Rottenhouse, history professor at U of H. The presidents who got elected in the past, but probably would not have if the mass media, particularly television, were in play at that time. And there are a number of different ones. For example, George Washington.
Yeah, Washington was certainly an avid statesman, but in terms of image, wasn't maybe the most appealing candidate. He was very pale. He was very shy. Would not have done well, I think, on television.
And only had one tooth.
And had one tooth at the time of his inauguration, which doesn't sit well, I think.
And Nixon thought he had a problem.
He did have all his teeth.
Ulysses Grant had some issues that would have come out in today's world.
Yeah, he smoked something on the order of 20 cigars a day. He was actually fined for riding his horse too fast around the White House.
He was speeding with his horse.
Speeding with, on four legs.
Was it Taft who got stuck in the White House bathtub?
Yes. They did order a bigger bathtub, though. So.
We had one president, we talk about oftentimes the stature of a president, somebody who's been through something tough. And there was one president that was, 4'8" or something?
Yes, Madison, who was a brilliant thinker, but was not, I think, the most charismatic kind of candidate. Yes, he was very short, very thin. So.
Abraham Lincoln, very tall on the other hand, but not good looking.
No. In fact, audiences, when they saw him on the dais, they would gasp, literally gasp.
And FDR was in the wheelchair, and President Kennedy, who a lot of us, have just, he's been memorialized in history, however, had very bad back problems, so you saw him when he was up and around, and of course there's the whole thing where you didn't talk about the alleged affairs.
Yeah, the infidelity among American presidents is not much talked about. Kennedy, Eisenhower, Johnson, so these are things that definitely would affect, I think, today.
Time to change.
Times have changed. All right, you have a couple of seconds left.
I have a feeling that our founding fathers would have all been great bloggers.
I think probably none of them would have been elected.
Jefferson would have had his own site.
Would not have been elected.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.